What is the game of education?
The game of education is just following the strict rules that we have in school and getting grades and going, oh no, I failed, I better redo this test, or I better study 3 hours for this test because it's going to determine my future, and getting out of that.
What's outside the game?
Meaning. Meaning. Outside the game is the truth. What is actually real, and that's what's going to be the rest of your life. That's the heart of it all, is that we shouldn't be teaching kids to pass a test. We should be teaching them to pass life.
Up for Learning is focused on ways that students can live into the work of changing schools in authentic partnerships with adults.
What'd you think of the script? Did you look at the last revision?
Of this? Yeah, I glanced over. I think it's fine.
So this work, because it involves the kids, I think is very valuable. It's their school, and we're one community.
When students and teachers are grappling with shaping learning or shaping the institution of learning itself, the full potential of the resources within that school are mobilized.
Okay, we will reconvene the May meeting of the State Board of Education, and we'll go back to agenda item I, pre-K rulemaking.
But let's first just make sure we go around in base voice. Is that the final reflection?
Like, we didn't see the other perspective. So I think with their help, it made us as a team open our eyes looking at the big picture.
The teachers at our school are very excited to jump in and do the work. I think they heard over and over again, yeah, this is why we became teachers in the first place.
Good morning, Harwood. Today we'll finally be taking part in the all-school dialogue I'm sure you've all heard about. We are doing this with the hope that both students and faculty members will gain a better perspective of each other's take on education here at Harwood.
The hard work is the nitty-gritty. The hard work is actually doing it. It's going into your school and having the tough conversations. Transformation doesn't come out of places that are always comfortable. And it takes getting uncomfortable to make a change.
It was cool that everyone could give their opinion and not be judged on it. It's it was an open talk, which was really cool.
I think on the most basic level, it's students feeling empowered enough to say, this is what I need. But not only you're the only thing that can give it to me, but we can do it together.
And so we provide a roadmap. Many people believe that youth should be involved, but it's not part of our culture. It's not part of what we know. So I think a part of the way we do our work really matters. We often collect data, and we do that because we want to hear from everybody.
So we're hoping to discuss with some of the students at Leland and Gray some of the misconceptions that faculty have with their students and students have with their faculty. There's 86% of teachers think that they teach real-world situations in their class, and only 32% of students think that they learn real-world problems.
Like English class, you could have a unit on resumes and applications.
I like that idea.
And we're doing this with you to get a bigger picture of what's really going on here at GM. Okay, so if you look around, there are 6 posters, each with either a concern or a strength. You're gonna get 4 minutes each to write at these posters.
So hold your discussion, even though it's hard. And move clockwise.
And we just really need your thoughts on what came from the survey.
The poster over here, I think it's 70% of students feel like they belong, they feel accepted and are liked and belong at school. 30 is a lot. I think, Becky had written 1 out of 3, which was good for me, the translation.
I think so often students kind of forget that, oh wait, my administrators and my teachers have lives too outside of school. We're all human, and we're here, and we're just trying to live in this world and learn and change education.
We are just going to open with a bit of music from our local artist.
Yes Enough for Learning is really just about breaking down that hierarchy between adults and students, and I really see that in like a Kiva activity that we've been doing more recently, where in Native American cultures there would be 6 individuals in the center of a crowd with the crowd all around, and the idea behind it is that you pick any 6 individuals from anywhere in the community and you properly represent everybody.
I think that the most impactful experience for me as an educator has been able to have the space to sit with my students and really genuinely speak with them about what they would like to see change. And so this partnership has allowed those kind of really, really powerful and meaningful conversations to happen in our school.
Because I mean, if you can get the academic skills that you want and need, that'll probably cover your learning style.
The question is, what insight or wisdom is unique that only students can offer?
It's really speaks true to the quality of an administrator or a teacher when they have that quality dialogue with you.
And I'd never really thought of myself as a colleague in any sense with any of my teachers, and she most certainly did not, and she kind of struggled with that language. But I think we've both kind of opened up to it more in just seeing everything as a grand picture of just getting to the greater good.
I want to second that. You give the student the opportunity and they see deeply, and I need to hear that. It makes my work better.
So this year, we studied and strategized ways as a group to bring in all the key stakeholders to a place of common understanding so that we can all move forward together in this transition into a different form of education.
So you've all heard about how a little butterfly fluttering its wings can cause a tidal wave halfway around the world. That's what you're doing in Vermont when you engage in these kinds of very powerful conversations about what matters for kids and how we actually make it a reality in schools.
And thanks to you guys, for the hard time I've learned, I was able to achieve the goal. And with this, other students just like me will have the ability to achieve the same goal.
I'd just like to close with gratitude. Gratitude for a state that passes incredibly progressive legislation.
I think about, these are changing times we're living in. And never has there been a time in history with as much change in such a vast way. And people feel it, youth especially, and they're looking for something different.
Quoting Rebecca Holcomb, our Secretary of Education here in Vermont, she says, "We are not here to educate students for graduation. We are here to educate students for life." That's really what education is all about, and learning.
When they come together with all that each party has to offer and can contribute to that process, that's when we find the solutions. That's when change happens.